so that you can actually have the benefits of being in control of your life. That's what planners are all about. It's about taking control of your own life and not letting life run you ragged instead. Okay. Well, continuing to use your planners is the homework for over winter break. Okay, all 4 weeks, same as last week. I want you guys to do your weekly planning and your daily checks. And you're also going to need to sit down sometime before January 1st to do January's monthly planning. Don't worry, because I'm going to send you home with that paper I just told you guys not to forget. And that summarizes your homework as well. Okay? So I'm hoping that sometime over the week, your planner will stop feeling so much like homework and more like a tool that you get to use to succeed at life, to achieve your goals, to make the most of your time. Okay? So before we get on to the fun part of today, I want you guys, do you all have your planners with you?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, bring out your planners if you have it with you. We're going to create another little Ulysses contract for improvement over the break. Even if it's as simple as actually check it every day, or actually do my weekly planning. You're going to write something, just at least one small way that you're going to do better with your planner over break. And I want you to write it along the side of your page of this month. So like at the top, there's your SMART goals. On the side margin, there's a little space there, and I want you to write something you're gonna do, right here, on either side. Something small that you're gonna do better over the break. It's a commitment to yourself. Remember, the Ulysses contract is just a commitment you make to yourself, making use of your self-discipline. You can write it in the notes section if that's better, or on the bottom, wherever you want. Just make a commitment to yourself. Think of it as your minimum viable action for your planner use, and get as specific as you can. I'll give you guys just a couple minutes, and then we'll get started on the in-day review. By the way, I just dropped 3 hints for questions that are coming up. Courtney says, I was not paying attention.
I wasn't paying attention either.
Ulysses contract, minimum viable action, specific.
Okay.
So before we get started though, I do want to pitch you guys something. It's totally optional and there's no pressure at all. Over the break, preferably after Christmas, if you guys feel like you're struggling with anything we've covered so far, whether it's your planner, your SMART goals, laying them out, be, do, have lists, limiting beliefs, time management, anything at all, I would love to offer some one-on-one coaching time, tutoring, if you will. So how it would work is basically an hour or so, sometime over break, that works for both of us. We would meet at a coffee shop or some other public place, and one of your parents would need to be there, per ECHO rules. And honestly, I think it's good for your parents to know what you're doing anyway, to like see and encourage the growth and attention you're putting into the class. And we would go back over whatever topics you're needing help with. Look over your planner together, work through any goals you're stuck on, or just talk through anything you're trying to figure out, okay? Basically, it's a one-on-one coaching session from me, free of charge. And it isn't because I think any of you are failing or falling behind or struggling in particular. I just know that sometimes one-on-one attention can help really push you along. And I want you guys to get as much out of this class as you want to get, you know? Again, it's just if you want to, so if you do, message me and group me, or email, but include your parent so that everything is per ECHO rules and so that they're in the group, and we'll find a place and time that works, okay? All right, you guys all have your prize bags. You got a dry erase board, you got a marker. We're gonna play a game. I'm gonna be asking a series of questions. Oh, and hopefully I will have time to set these up in between. Give me a second. I haven't finished getting prizes out. These are the silver prizes. These are erasers for your prizes. So basically, I'm gonna ask a series of questions, and every time you guys answer one correctly, you get a little points prize. Those are the little pieces of candy in this basket right here. This is so that I can be lazy today and not have to keep track of people's points. Every now and then you'll get an opportunity to trade in some of your points prizes. And I'm changing the trade-in cost, so remind me when we get to that point. Gosh, Courtney, stop trying to get out of it. All right, so every now and then you'll trade in some of your points prizes. Jocelyn, we're about to play a game. You want to pick a bag for your prizes. And there's your answer sheet. So when it's time to trade in prizes for bigger prizes, I'll let you know how that works. All right, some questions are going to have more than one correct answer, and they will require you to circle all the correct answers. So pay attention when I'm giving instructions. The questions will have varying difficulty and vagueness, but I will start with lesson 13 topics and work my way back. So you might notice that remembering facts might get a little harder as time goes on. That's okay. Don't beat yourself up if you can't remember something. Just treat anything you don't remember as a relearning opportunity. Okay? These questions are all based on the most important facts and procedures you've learned throughout this class. All right, every now and then I'll have a bonus question for someone to answer alone. I might call on somebody if they're not participating enough, or I'll take volunteers if you want to raise your hand. Okay? Now, I had no idea how fast we would move through these or how late I would be getting started. So I don't know if we'll do every single one of the questions. I might skip a few here and there. Okay? All right. Let's begin. Basically everything I just said, listen carefully, circle all the correct choices, and if you get an answer right, you're going to take a small prize. Everybody ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the majority of the final grade of this class based on? How perfectly you remember all the information, how many SMART goals you complete, how well you do on your 5-year blueprint at the end of class, or how much effort you put into utilizing the skills I am teaching. So once you've selected your answer, go ahead and hold it up so I can see. Good. Everybody go ahead and grab this candy. Yes, of course it's D. How much effort you put in is what I'm grading you on. Which of these is an example of a big rock? Circle all the correct answers. So you've got time with God, checking the weather, working on a SMART goal, or scrolling social media mindlessly. So A is time with God, B is checking the weather, C is working on a SMART goal, and D is scrolling. Good. Go ahead. Grab the candy. And yes, I did assume that everybody would get most of the questions correct. What tool should you use to write in your planner? This is going to be a repeated question. Pen, so it's permanent. Highlighters for color coding. Pencil, so you can erase and adjust. Or Sharpie for emphasis. Go ahead, grab a kid. Good job, go ahead and grab one. Don't get bored of me saying pencil. Pencil. All right, what is one of the biggest mistakes that people make with their planners? Using a pencil instead of a pen? Making a plan on Sunday but never looking at it again? Planning their big rocks first? Or celebrating when they follow through? Biggest mistake. Using a pencil, making a plan but not looking at it again, planning their biggest rocks, or celebrating when they follow through. So we're looking for a mistake.
Oh.
So the mistake they make is planning on Sunday and then not looking at it again the rest of the week.
Oh.
All right, go ahead and grab your fries. According to the Big Rocks demonstration, what should you schedule first in your week? Your big rocks, your time wasters, your homework and chores, or whatever you feel like doing. What should you schedule first? You got your big rocks, you got your time wasters, your homework and chores, and whatever you feel like doing. Very good. All right, good job. Okay, so here's your big rocks first, and then your homework and chores fall in that second category. Okay, bonus question. Raise your hand if you want to answer a big rocks question. You will get a medium or a silver prize. Big rocks. Let's see. All right, Jennifer, you ready?
Yeah.
Name all 5 big rocks we learned about in the demonstration.
Spend time with God.
Huh?
Homework, I think.
No?
I forgot the other one.
All right, Michael.
Spending time with God, health, relationship.
Those are the big 3. Very good. Goals, good. And one more. And it usually happens first on your weekly planning for the sake of the calendar. Your time commitments. I'll give that one to you. Whoa! Take a silver prize. You want something that's not open yet? Go ahead and open it and dump it in there for me. Alright, you guys. True or false? You should schedule every single minute of your day with no white space. True or false? False. Absolutely false. Definitely have to leave white space, right? Go ahead and take a prize. Yeah, and you gotta leave time and room for the unexpected, for rest, and for the Holy Spirit's leading. That's something I've just really started to realize this year, you guys. Sometimes I have plans and God has other plans. He's like, you know what? I know you really plan on being super productive today, but this random person at Walmart really needs an hour of your time. All right. True or false? Your planner should be kept somewhere you'll see it every day, like your nightstand, desk, or kitchen table. True, very true, yes. It absolutely should, because out of sight, out of mind. If you don't see it often, you'll likely forget to check it frequently. So give it a home somewhere very obvious. True or false? Your minimum viable action is the smallest possible action that still counts as progress. Smallest viable action. This still counts towards progress. Good. Go ahead and take a treat. Preferably, it is less than 2 minutes, and it still counts as progress. All right. What is your most valuable non-renewable resource? Money, oil, energy, or time?
Does D say time?
Yes. Very good. Yes. Go ahead. You know what else I didn't realize? What? That today, y'all are all getting your squats in. You're welcome for that. Good workout. All right. Does anyone remember the anchor verse for lesson 12? Was it Proverbs 21:5? The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. Was it Psalm 90:12? Teach us to number our days, that we may gain a heart of wisdom. Ephesians 5:15 through 16. Be careful then how you live, not as unwise but as wise, making the best use of time. Or Matthew 6:33. Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you. This is the first hard question on there.
More recently, we had one where it was 2.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Very good. Good. You are correct. Proverbs 21:5 would have also been accepted as an answer because that is also on there.
Oh.
That was the
So
lesson
it
where
could've
it was 2, yes. Either one. Alright, what is task switching? Is it successfully doing 2 things at once? Your brain rapidly switching between tasks, which drains mental energy, a type of exercise routine, or a time management strategy that increases your productivity? That's right, that's that mental drainer. Which of these is an acceptable form of multitasking? Is it doing homework while scrolling YouTube, driving a new route while having an important conversation, washing dishes while listening to an audiobook, or all of the above? It is C. You wouldn't want to drive a new route while having an important conversation because of the fact that your brain would be trying to mentally focus on both. And doing homework while scrolling YouTube is sure to get you bad grades.
Unless that is your homework.
Unless that's your homework, exactly. That is true. But then you're not scrolling, you're studying.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Sometimes it's a good excuse. What should you track during a time audit?
What does audit mean?
So it was the time tracking week where we did our time tracker for
Okay.
168 hours. Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. Should you track only the productive things you do, as much as possible to see where your time actually goes? Only the big important tasks, or just your work hours? Right. Of course, you want to track as much as possible to get as much data. Bonus question. Raise your hand if you want to answer a question about willpower for a silver prize.
Okay, well, we should do this.
You guys remember anything about willpower? You'll give it a shot? Alright. Name at least 3 small things that can drain your willpower throughout the day.
Scrolling, watching TV, and playing video games. I don't know much.
No. That definitely drains energy, but I don't know about willpower.
Isn't it like being indecisive about what to do?
There you go. So putting off a decision drains willpower. What else? So pretty much any choice you make throughout the day will lower your willpower. Whether or not to hit snooze on your alarm starts the day off with draining your willpower. What to wear, what to eat, how to respond to a text, whether to do homework now or later, resisting temptations and making choices about priorities and dealing with stress. All of that lowers your willpower.
Choosing which answer is right.
Mm-hmm. All right, true or false? Multitasking makes you more productive and efficient. Big false, exactly. It actually slows you down and drains your mental energy through task switching. We all remember A1 through Z26, right? All right, true or false? Your brain can only truly focus on one thinking task at a time. Very good. Yes, absolutely. True or false? The brain dump exercise helps because it gets tasks out of your head and onto paper, which frees up your mental RAM.
Can you repeat that?
Your brain dump exercise helps because it gets tasks out of your head and onto paper, which frees up mental RAM. Good. Getting things onto paper gives your brain a sense of peace and calm, reducing your stress level and allowing you more mental energy to actually do the things. All right. Who wants an influence question? Ooh. Okay, well, what is the crabs in a bucket story about?
So it's about how one person, like, if you all have the same mental, it's like crabs all want to get out, but they keep pulling each other down, so none of them end up escaping.
Mhm.
So instead of thinking like how everyone else does and pulling everybody else down, we should think of how to lift others up because it helps them lift themselves.
Very good. Very good. Absolutely. How crabs pull each other down when one tries to escape, and how people often do the same. All right.
Do that waves.
Do you want to
He wants to do
Pringles?
I need to see these.
There we go.
I saw ring pops, I went for those. I grew up on that.
I did too, but I think I got sick of them.
Yeah. All I remember is back when my dad used to do softball, they always had those at the
Yeah,
places.
they would always be melted in the summer.
They were still good.
All right, what are mirror neurons? Are they special neurons that fire both when you do something and when you watch someone else do it? Are they neurons that only activate when you look in a mirror? Are they neurons that make you copy people's fashion choices? Or neurons that control your reflection?
Anybody put down B.
I know. I mean, who knows? Our brains are weird. Yes, absolutely, it is A. There are those neurons that are responsible for how yawns are conveyed. All right, what are the two types of motivation that we discussed? Happy and sad motivation, intrinsic and extrinsic motivation, good and bad motivation, or fast and slow? Yes, intrinsic and extrinsic motivation.
Remember this one, because I remember looking at it. I don't remember what they were.
What is learned helplessness? It's when you intentionally act helpless to get attention, when you try and fail a few times so your brain decides, why bother, I can't do this, when you learn to help others less, or a type of mental illness.
You could say it's a self-inflicted mental illness.
Of sorts, there you go, definitely hold you back, yes, very good. Alright, we already did a question like that, I'm speeding through a little bit. Alright, I'm 8 minutes past my mark, let's go ahead and trade in some prizes. So the silver prizes cost, I'm changing that to 5. 5 points prizes for a silver prize, or 10 points prizes for a gold prize.
I want to see what's on the market.
I was about to say, you guys might have to meander around the table.
So these are our points?
Yes, those are your points. So jumping back into the basket if you want to buy a medium or a silver or gold prize.
10.
I'm trading it.
You said 5 for these.
5 for those, 10 for these.
I'm trading 10 into the heads.
Nice.
Can I get this?
Yes. 5
Heads.
They're cute ones too. Might make a good Christmas present.
I had a Christmas present for someone who wasn't supposed to come today, and then they showed up.
Aw.
I left it at home.
Because you thought they weren't gonna come today.
Yeah, you put them back in here.
Yep.
If you're trading it.
Yep, put them back in that big bucket. That way we can keep playing. Nice. It's a little hectic, but this is fun.
Yeah.
I've never actually had it.
Mom, you should
Nice.
join.
They're actually surprisingly
You
good.
should join.
It looks really good. I've never had it.
I had odd numbers, but I didn't.
I told my mom she can join.
These trade-ins?
Huh. You can trade it in for a bigger prize if you want. That's worth 5 of your point prizes. Neither time. Sorry, I'm still trying to set up.
13.
Should have gotten here earlier than earlier.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to.
My brain doesn't want to do any more math.
So Greg says it's a little early for math.
And you only get a certain amount, then you're work.
Like that willpower. Alright. Which of these is an example of removing temptation. Circle all correct answers. Not keeping junk food in the house, deleting time-wasting apps from your phone, charging your phone in another room at night, or keeping candy on your desk while trying to eat healthier. A, B, and C. Keeping candy on your
I read
desk
that wrong.
when you're trying to eat healthier probably is not healthy.
It's because it's
Very
when your
good.
brain recognizes it, it sees a pattern and it's like,
Yeah. Alright. Let's see. Raise your hand if you want a stop method question or a medium prize. Remember the stop method? You'll need to remember it.
I've heard that stands for stop. So
That's definitely true. Anyone?
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember what it stands
that's
for.
the exact wording.
well, let's look at the question.
Yeah. In lesson 10, we learned the stop method. What does STOP stand for?
S stands for stop.
Uh-huh. You got that far?
Isn't it next with time?
No.
Track.
So lesson 10 was about self-control.
Take a breath.
Very
Yeah, that's
good.
what I was
Take a breath. So what do you do after you stop and you take a breath?
You observe it.
Observe what's happening, and then what?
Pursue.
Proceed. Very good. Okay, you know what? All three of you can get a medium prize.
Yeah.
We'll work together.
Good job, guys.
Look underneath, because we didn't see the ring.
Yes, there are like pencil sharpeners and stuff underneath and sticker sheets.
Oh, it's a pencil sharpener.
Yes.
Grabs it, doesn't work.
Oh, that's reason.
Very good teamwork, job.
Good job, guys.
Wait, are these
They're chapstick.
Yes, flavored chapstick. But
I'm gonna take them. No, it's
those ones last long.
Purable.
I'll have a backup chapstick when we're things run really down.
Nice. All right, self-control is one of the fruits of the spirit, true or false, which means it grows as you walk with God.
You say false, get out.
Not just about willpower. That's right.
Funny, I did put down those.
Only 4 weeks ago was the last fruit of the spirit. Yes. I'm having to skip a lot. All right, in lesson 9, what are the 3 brain states we learned about? Happy, sad, angry, executive emotional survival, thinking, feeling, acting, left, right, center.
Those are parts and brains and what the brain does, not
Yeah, very good. Exactly.
Right.
I know, right?
You have the right side of your brain, you have the left
I
side.
mean, like, that's true in biology. You do have a left brain and a right brain, and then the center will be the cerebrum.
It connects them.
Yeah. All right, which brain state is your best brain, where logic, planning, and decision making happens? You got survival, emotional, stress, or
Stress for sure.
executive.
That's for sure.
That's where some of mine happens. Good. Executive.
Easy to say everything.
Got me.
All right. What is the survival state also known as? Rest and digest mode,
That's my survival state.
fight, flight, or freeze mode, learning mode, or creative mode?
We should be switching
Yeah,
creative.
creatively or survival.
I know,
We're-
right?
We're spectator.
Very good.
Spectator mode would be
Fight,
amazing.
flight, or freeze mode. I should have put that as one of the options. Spectator mode.
I wish like that spectator.
Just watch from the sidelines.
Exactly. Especially when there's like you're in a situation you don't want to be in.
All right. What is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding technique used for? Is it counting to 5 before reacting, a math exercise, a prayer method, or pulling your mind out of survival mode by making you think?
Season 5 senses.
Yeah. Very good. Yes. Pulling your brain out of survival mode by making you think about what you see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Okay. Who wants to tell me what the difference between stress and anxiety is?
One is spelled with an S.
Oh.
This is true. Well, lots of S's.
Isn't it stress is external, anxiety is internal? Like stress is because of your like stress is like stuff on the outside you're worried about, but anxiety is mentally kind of like you're anxious about everything, you're kind of like making it worse.
Okay. Almost as if stress is a current reality.
Yeah.
There you go.
I see.
And anxiety. There you
Oh,
go. Yeah, stress is more present focused, a real challenge that's happening right now, or in general now, like next week. Anxiety is future focused, fear of what might happen, whether it's logical or not. Okay. All right, true or false? Movement and exercise help burn off stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. True, definitely. Always less stressed when I get my exercise in. True or false? Blue and green calm your nervous system, and nature regulates your mood chemistry. Very good. Also true. Getting outside and into nature is good for you. Woohoo!
Play by hand.
According to Genesis 1, how did God create the world? If somebody doesn't know this, I'm going to be frustrated because I spent 5 minutes repeating. And God said, and it was so. He spoke it into existence.
That's the Disney answer.
Yes, go ahead. Everybody take them. I didn't use them all.
No, tell me.
Tower. I had a tower.
This
This is what I do with Chick-fil-A sauces when I'm waiting to put them in the bag at work.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It actually helps relieve stress.
We like Cooper and just start talking about it.
Exactly.
Do you know why? Why does it relieve stress?
It takes you what you're doing.
The same reason the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding happens. All right, so what are the 3 P's of powerful affirmations? Pretty, perfect, powerful, private, public, practical, plan, prepare, practice, or personal, positive, and present tense.
And did you know how to swear?
He has been, yep. He's just got to be extra.
No,
Yes.
smile like it's no
It is personal, positive, and present
Honestly,
tense.
I was gonna be C for a second. 'Cause
It does kind of sound good, right?
Sound like a
Unprepared.
I had
Plan,
T,
prepare,
but I had
practice.
to like think about it until I erased it and put E back.
It's more like goal execution. Plan, prepare, practice. I like that. But yeah, a good, powerful affirmation will be about yourself. So we'll start with I. It'll be positive, so it won't be like I won't or I don't. It'll be I am or I do. And it'll be present tense, so in the current reality, not someday. Alright? Which of these is a correctly formed affirmation using the 3 P's? Circle all correct answers. So A is, I am confident in the gifts God gave me. B is, I will try not to be lazy. C is, I use my time wisely and take action daily. And D is, people think I'm smart. Could be true. Very good.
saying a true or false question.
Very good, exactly.
I just thought.
There you go.
I almost circled B, but I was like, that's not
I mean, it's true.
Exactly. People think I'm smart.
Which people?
And why do they matter?
Exactly.
Do you think you're smart?
Are they kindergartners or?
Alright.
Pictures? Oh, it's on the floor.
Alright. God gave Adam the power to define and identify the animals through words. I'm trying to speed through some of these questions because I'm behind. Alright, true or false? You should repeat your affirmation at least once, but then never look at it again. That is correct. You should repeat it as much as possible. Read them daily. Repetition is what rewires your brain. Alright, who wants the power of words question? Okay. How does your self-talk affect the way you talk to others?
So your self-talk, how you talk to yourself and think of yourself can affect others. Like if you think you're a loser or something, then you might talk that way to others. It's kind of like what Jesus said, where he said like, I don't remember what he says. In the Bible where it says like how a man thinks he is.
Very good. I'm going to show you just how right you got that answer. Your inner voice, your self-talk, eventually
There it is.
becomes
It's
your outer voice.
Awesome.
How you speak to others. Luke 6:45. The mouth speaks what the heart is full of. Absolutely fantastic, William.
You
Gotta
can
be
say
proud.
that. Green pops.
That was awesome.
There's not gonna be any green pops in there. Not any.
I know, right? You didn't know.
Okay.
Alright. We're gonna skip that one.
Next question.
Sorry. Alright, true or false? Gentleness means being weak and letting people push you around. Right, that's very false. Gentleness is strength wrapped in compassion, and it's confidence with care.
Yeah. Somebody should have told that to Dorothy when she went to the wizard. So he just let her.
Dorothy,
this swollen
meat, that's not what it means.
Nope, that is definitely not what meek means. But it's a very common misconception. I had that argument with my mother once. Alright. Alright, true or false? If your SMART goal depends on someone else's decision, like a teacher's grade or a boss's approval, you need to rephrase it to focus on what you can control. Yes. SMART goals should definitely be 100% in your control. Alright.
Stick.
How did Jesus model gentleness? He led through love and kindness. He corrected people with compassion, not harshness. Time check. Have I caught up yet? Nope, I have not caught up. Alright, that's okay. Go ahead and trade in a few more prizes.
How much is that one again?
This is for 5 points, this is for 10.
So you get what you want first, then you start talking about what you want.
Yeah, the squaw headband holds the lady's hair out of her face while she's doing
Yeah, we like
stuff.
that.
I don't think you need it. Could make a good Christmas present though. I can't believe you don't have a cookie bed, Courtney. Oh, okay. Little fidget toy.
Take the last one.
Your piece of gold is actually being in your gloves.
Nice. I know, right? Might want to get some gloves next time and put in between those mugs.
I don't have any gloves at all Sunday next game.
Alright, why does motivation usually fade? Because goals are bad, because our brains crave novelty and reward, because we aren't disciplined enough, or because God removes it. Why does motivation usually fade? How do you guys like my homemade dry erase boards? They erase so well. I think we all know what keeps momentum going.
Watching tape.
Alright, what does MVA stand for? Maximum visible action, most valuable action, minimum viable action, or measurable victory assignment, which also sounds really cool. Minimum viable action. I will give you the fact that that was a hard one because most valuable action totally makes sense too.
That makes sense.
Because MVP is most valuable player. Minimum viable action. Sorry, you guys. We breaking goals into next actions help your brain because A, makes goals disappear. It reduces overwhelm, it increases confusion, or it slows progress. Yes, reduces overwhelm, exactly, definitely. Seeing your next action of, say, paint my bedroom. Instead of paint my bedroom, it's pick the paint color I'm going to use. Next action is not nearly as overwhelming as paint my bedroom.
Yeah, we still have to get rid of those beds in the bedroom.
Alright, true or false? People who consistently reach their goals are usually the most disciplined and steady, rather than the most talented, motivated, or educated. You think you have to be the most talented, motivated, and educated? Yes, you've got to be disciplined and steady, rather than educated or talented. No matter how slow, being consistent and steady progress is the most effective way to achieve long-term growth. Nope, we're gonna skip that one. True or false? According to research by Dr. Gail Matthews, people who write down their goals are 33 to 42% more likely to achieve them than people who just think about them. True, very good, yes. And Dr. Gail Matthews' research has been reconfirmed time and time again, with some studies showing even higher rates. I saw one the other day that the study came out with 67% more likely to achieve their goals. I think that study had people rewrite their goals every week for a series of 4 weeks though, so I think that's why they were even more likely. 67 more like, yeah, I know, it's so funny. Alright. Writing activates multiple parts of your brain. True or false? Yes, absolutely. Writing activates multiple parts of your brain, making your dreams feel more real and engaging your subconscious mind to help bring them into reality. Writing will actually engage a part of your brain that you have no control over in general, and it will make it look for ways to succeed. Okay. All right, SMART. Who's going to answer what the acronym SMART stands for in SMART goals?
So long ago.
It was lesson 5.
Isn't T time sensitive?
Time bound. I can give you that. Yeah. We're gonna work together again, aren't we?
Is it reduce?
We gotta think of what the first one is.
Yeah. What's the first one? It's almost like Coach Casey gave us a hint
Start.
earlier.
No, wait. Wait. Successful.
Doesn't have to be.
Where was my hint? I said
Starting.
be as specific as you can.
Specific measurable.
Uh huh. You know it? Go for it.
Attainable?
Achievable. Yeah. Some of the breakdowns use attainable.
Keep going.
And what is R?
Not relevant, is it?
It is relevant. Very good. Okay, everybody who contributed, grab me and grab.
Yay.
Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Okay, we're gonna search through those things. Nobody wants soda yet, huh? Well, I'd have to refill the sodas.
I got off so long ago.
Alright, raise your hand if you want to answer a 6Fs question. It was from lesson 4.
That's how long ago.
Now,
You know half of them? You'd be almost there then. So the question is name at least 4 of the 6 Fs.
we should have guessed one then.
So faith, family and friends, that's one F.
Finances.
Finances, very good. Any idiots? You get a free medium. Silver prize.
Flexibility. Finances?
You already said that. Yep. So we got faith, family and friends, finances. What's one of the goals you're working on right now?
Fitness.
Fitness. There we go. Everybody that contributed, grab a silver prize. Go ahead, you can grab it too. Yeah, they are faith, family and friends, fitness, finances, fun, and fulfillment. Most people forget about fun and fulfillment, even though it's so important to tie in fun goals. Alright, the 3 lists you have. Oh, this is a fun one. Why did Coach Casey assign 50 items for each dream list? 150
That's
total.
totally not.
Torture.
A is to torture you. B, because 50 is her favorite number. C, to show that even huge tasks become manageable when broken into pieces. And D, she didn't. That was totally optional.
It was?
No.
What? I was like, wait.
Just do it. Yes, absolutely. To show you that breaking big goals into small steps makes them manageable.
I was about to pick A for a second.
I bet.
Because it felt like torture.
And it is almost time to go. What time?
9:54.
Okay, all right, everybody. That was a fun review. If anybody has a couple of last-minute trade-ins they want to make, go for it. Or you know what, you can just grab another